Hi, this is Alec Pasella with this week's Daus You Know. I'm standing in front of University Square. This is a very interesting property. It was formerly an enclosed regional mall back in the 60s. It was redeveloped into kind of an urban regional mall. It was pretty innovative in around 2000 when it was redeveloped. It had a parking structure in the center, and then around it was various retailers, but the retailers opened to the parking deck, not to the street. So be that as it may, this property has had a lot of issues historically, fell into receivership, and is now into receivership a second time. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about some of the goings on with this one. And the problem lies right over my shoulder. You can see the parking deck. To build that parking deck, a $40.5 million TIF, tax increment financing, it was a bond, was floated. And the securers of that TIF were three parties: Macy's, Target, and the owner of the rest of the ancillary retail. The problem started when that ancillary retailer started to fail. The owner went into foreclosure, property went into receivership. It was sold in 2013 for $175,000. 300,000 square foot center built in 2001 sold for $175,000. No, I didn't misspeak. But the problem was that TIF, that was hanging over the owner. So anyone that bought that would step into the shoes of that TIF and be obligated to repay. And that was recourse. There was no real way out of that. So that's what depressed the value. The opening bid was $175,000. There was one bidder, and they paid $175,000 and was able to buy this center. That was in 2013. Very shortly after that, within 6 months, over my shoulder right back over there, you can't quite see it, that is a freestanding KeyBank branch. Not KeyBank, I'm sorry, PNC branch. That was resold by the buyer, by this new owner. They resold it for $900,000. Never made a mortgage payment, never made any repayments on the TIF, never did anything. Property fell into receivership again. So we have this buyer that bought it for $175,000, spun off an out parcel for $900,000, and apparently seems to be able to be walking away. So they were either the dumbest person in the room or maybe the smartest person in the room, but they certainly had the most guts of anyone in the room. So that is this week's Daus You Know. Hope you have a good rest of your week and a profitable weekend ahead. Thanks.